Hi everyone, today I'm super excited to share with you how to create a DIY activity book for toddlers. Busy books are great for cognitive development, but they tend to be quite expensive and they don't necessarily have to be. You can make one at home for a fraction of the price, and I'm about to show you how you can do that. So let me tell you, my son is a busy toddler and I've been very anxious about how can I possibly encourage him to do any sort of developmental activities together with him, like color matching and sorting, all of that stuff. He wasn't into that at all. And this is where one of my favorite parenting techniques came to help, is observe your child and tailor to their interests. And so I did. I observed him. A while ago, he's got a book from my mom from Ukraine. It's a women book, so there is a lot of going on the pages, and he really loved this particular page. Like, it has lots of different ones with animals and other stuff, but he always skipped through them, but he would stay on this particular page for 10-15 minutes just looking at all of the cars, and he really loved them. So what I tried to do is I decided to experiment, and I took 2 copies of this page. I laminated them both, and then I cut out cars from one of them, and I added velcro dots on the cars on each side and turned it into a matching activity for him. And it worked! He really loved it. He was spending lots of time with it. He was super excited. So it made me thinking that I can make more activities for him like that are tailored to his interests, which are, as of now, are emergency cars and construction vehicles. He's been playing with this one page for a while, and I've been cooking this idea, and a couple months ago it was time for us to go on vacation, and I was looking for travel-friendly activities, but I didn't want to buy him a lot of new toys, and I really didn't want his entertainment to take up all the space in our carry-on suitcase. So I came with an idea to make a little binder with different activities for him. I bought this on Amazon, and then I created a bunch of activities for him, and I put them in here. So we have kitchen appliance and little colorful cars that he could put on, like here's a yellow one, and then the red one would go on a red square. And I also included some images where he could just stick some dot stickers, a couple of coloring pages matching his interest, of course, a Tesla. This was such a huge success and such a huge help. We kept him entertained with this little tiny binder for the entire vacation, for the flight there and back, which was like 5 hours each leg. I realized that this is a great way to engage my son into developmental activities without spending lots of money on new toys, because those can get very expensive. I just so happened to have a laminator device at home and a bunch of laminating paper, and then I ordered some velcro dots and dot stickers, and those are super cheap on Amazon, and that's basically all you need to create a DIY busy book at home. Of course, you also need the activities, and those you can either make yourself using Canva. Canva is a designer tool. If you're a creative person, you can create a whole bunch of very interesting activities tailored specifically to your child's interest on Canva. And if you want to try it out, I'll leave a link in the description for you, because it's a great tool I use for creating all of the activities that I am creating. Or you can buy some activities on Etsy, for example. Obviously, I'm also gonna leave you a link in the description to download all of these activities that I've created for my son. You can download them for free and go have fun with your child right now. If cars and kitchen appliances, and I also have some badges in here, are something that your child could be interested in, then please be my guest. But also, I've decided why stop there. It's Christmas season, it's the magic season. So I've decided to make a little update for my son, and a couple days ago I came up with this Christmas edition activity, which is just a matching game, but it's winter themed. It's just very cute, and he really loved it. The moment he saw it, he immediately started matching the pieces, and the second he was done, he said, "More." But I didn't have more, and he was very upset that I didn't have more, because he was done with this one very quickly. So obviously I made more, and I created a whole bunch of extra activities. So I have some extra matching activities with some Christmas socks and some color matching with Christmas balls and a bunch of puzzles for him to assemble, and I really love it. It's been very helpful. I don't have to spend a ton of money to create this magical time for him where I can surprise him with a new activity every day. It's a great way to save money and stay frugal while also bringing a lot of abundance in your child's life, which is why I love this so much. And I've decided to spontaneously open my own Etsy shop on which you can buy the entire bundle. But if you'd like to test it out before you buy it, you can also download this particular one for free, also in the link in the description box. Merry Christmas! This is my little gift for you. I hope you enjoy it with your child. Now, let me just show you how exactly you can assemble this book once you've got the PDF file with activities. Before we begin the assembly process, I just want to ask you for one little tiny favor. Could you please write me in the comments below what are your child's interests? If you have a toddler, especially if you have a girl toddler, can you please let me know what are they obsessed with? Because my son is obsessed with, as I already mentioned, with construction vehicles and emergency vehicles, but I don't have much expertise about what girls could be obsessed over, and I would really like to make different kind of activities that could serve well for both boys and girls. Also, I would like to be able to spread my son's interest a little bit. Okay. Thank you. Now let's get to the assembly. So the first thing that we have to do is print out all of the activities. They are available in A4 and US letter sizes. But what I like to do is print 2 pages per piece of paper, because my book that I like to use is in A5 size. I find it very convenient because it fits in any backpack. It's easy for a toddler to handle in their little hands. And I just find this size works the best for us, but feel free to use A4 if that is more convenient for you. Step number 2 would be to laminate, and you don't have to cut anything before you laminate. You can cut after lamination. For some activities, like for example, this one is a coloring page. I'm not gonna laminate it. I'm just gonna cut those in half, make some holes, and put it as is so that my child can draw on those. You can also skip lamination for some of the puzzle activities if your child would like to use some glue instead of velcro. So you can find this working field for the puzzle pieces. I only have one copy because I use velcro, but if you want to use glue, you can make a couple copies of this one, and then you also don't need to laminate the puzzle pieces, and you can just let your child use glue and glue the puzzle pieces in the position. These 2 are for dot sticker activity, which is why I'm gonna laminate them. It's not necessary to laminate them because you can use the stickers as is, but if you have reusable stickers, or if you just like me like the shiny look that laminator paper gives it, then go ahead and laminate it. So I'm just gonna take a piece of laminating paper, place the paper inside here, close it up, and then I've got my laminator warmed up, and I'm just gonna insert it in here, and then it's gonna do its job. And voila, we've got our nice shiny laminated paper. Next step is to cut, and for these 2 I'm just gonna slice right in the middle. Now here's the Christmas tree decoration activity, and I printed this one out in A4 because I just want my son to have more space to decorate the tree. It's gonna be a separate one. This one isn't gonna go to the book, but the idea is the same. This one stays as is, and all of these I have to cut out individually. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Now that everything is cut out, the next step would be to round out the corners for the little pieces, which you can do very easily with a corner cutter like this one. Mine came together with the laminating device, or you can buy one. You can also just round corners with scissors. But most of the items, especially the puzzle pieces, are much faster to cut out using just a cutting knife, and then it's just much quicker to quickly cut the corners. Now I'm just gonna add a bunch of velcro dots, and I've got these ones that are not transparent ones. I didn't know that they exist in transparent. You could use transparent ones to put on the worksheet so that it doesn't cover that much of the image, and I'm gonna link the transparent ones in the description below so that you don't make my mistake and buy the transparent ones right away. Ta-da! Now all that's left to do is to make some holes, and I don't have a 6-hole puncher, I only have a 2-hole puncher. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece of paper as a template and I'm gonna draw the holes that I need to make, and then I'm gonna cut them. Alright, so now all that's left to do is to assemble the book, and I'm gonna do it from the back to front. And at the very back I'm gonna put the control page, then I'm gonna put the puzzles, and I've split them into 4 and 2 pieces puzzles, and then I'm just gonna add all of the rest of activities that have velcro dots on them. At the very beginning there's gonna be a cover page, all of the drawing and dot activities, and then everything else. And that's it. Here's our DIY Christmas busy book, ready to use and bring joy. Thank you very much for joining me in this creative little adventure. I hope I've inspired you to make your own DIY busy book for your toddler. Remember to check out all of the links in the description for all of the free templates and the extended Christmas pack. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe so that you don't miss my future videos. I wish you the merriest Christmas season, and I'll see you next time. Bye!